Hi guys, welcome back to Planet Coaster, where we're continuing with our Mario Galaxy ride. I'm kinda starting to feel the pressure of Planet Coaster 2 coming out, so I'm trying to get this done before that happens, but at this rate, I'm not too confident. Today's video alone is a whopping 6 hours of footage that I've condensed down to what you're viewing right now. So what are we working on today? Quite possibly the most exciting part of the ride, at least it is for me. I love anything horror or spooky, so I had to include the Ghostly Galaxy. I'm starting off with making the giant haunted house that Luigi is kept prisoner in, but more on that in a bit. For now I wanted to discuss, in case you haven't heard, Planet Coaster 2 was recently announced. I think it looks so epic. I love the inclusion of water parks, which is something that the community has been wanting for years. I'd say my level of hype is quite high, but not crazy at the moment. I think they are really leaning into the whole water slide aspect of the game, which is great. I also want to know what's new, for someone like me who prefers traditional theme parks. As of the time of this recording, I believe there's another deep dive video from Frontier coming out soon, showcasing more of what the game has to offer, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed for that. There's so much that hasn't been covered, and I'm hoping they go over all the things people have been asking for, such as rollercoaster transfer tracks or maintenance options to give more realism, making dark rides an easier process, because with this ride I'm having to cover the latter end in terrain to make it even darker. Like, buildings don't even cast shadows on the inside, so I'm hoping this will be addressed, or at least some type of fix is made for that. Also, could we get any other fun surprises like organising parades, mini golf, walk-through attractions and experiences, and so on. I'm hopeful with the realism aspect because in Planet Coaster 2, water and energy is a thing, so we'll need to make sure we have electricity and water flowing to our rides and shops, which is a great new layer of management. So overall, I'm very excited for Planet Coaster 2. It's been a long time coming. I just need to see a bit more before I can give a final opinion. Okay, so back to what I'm actually doing in today's video. So as I mentioned in my last video, this ghost section is huge. So I'm not going to be finishing it entirely today, but we are going to get the basics done. So I've got an image of the giant mansion and I'm using that as a reference. I tried my best to copy it, but of course I've put my own spin on it too. That, and also certain things are just hard to recreate in Planet Coaster. I think at a glance you can tell exactly what it's supposed to be, considering you've played the game. I didn't go too overboard with the detail because it's not something we spend too long looking at whilst on the ride. Not to mention the park is starting to take really long to load. I'm talking like 2 minutes, so like I'm a bit worried about cramming in a lot of stuff. So I think after this section I build one more section in this park, and then I may need to start in a new park and then edit it all together at the end. I do think I've got enough space to finish the ride in this park, but it will be a bit of a squeeze and I don't want it to get laggy. Once I was happy with the building, I turned my attention to making this little bridge thingy, which has the blue pool stars and a launch star on top. I used art shapes with lights inside them. I then used some star pieces and a blue light which shines up towards the launch star, which kind of acts like the light you get when Mario is being pulled through the stars. I spent a very long time with the actual coaster itself in this section. The drop was so high that it was incredibly fast, but I think I've made it all work. I'm not the best at coaster layouts or design, so this room is a bit random, but hey, at least there will be some cool scenery to look at. The plan is to weave around various structures filled with booze, floating rocks, and small level-like sections. Then we pass by Boulder Gust, who was a boss fight in Mario Galaxy, before making our way inside the mansion itself. In this video you'll see me start the inside, but I'll be finishing off in the next video. So for the lobby of the mansion, I copied it from the game with the staircases either side and the Bowser statues. I used green and white checkered floor, which matches the floor in the game. I placed some candles and some cool lighting, and overall, I'm pretty happy with how this has turned out. But as of right now, I've actually moved on to the next area, and this Ghostly Galaxy section is still unfinished. So I need to add some extra details, fix the timings of the triggered effects, but I'll be doing all of that off camera since it's not the most exciting thing to watch. At this point, I'll leave you guys with the rest of the time lapse. I hope you enjoy it. There's some cinematic shots at the end as usual. Thanks so much for watching. Please consider to give me a like and subscribing if you like what you see. It really supports me, and guess what? It's totally free. I'll see you guys in the next video where we'll be continuing with the Ghostly Galaxy. Have a nice day and I'll see you all again soon.